we're going to take a slight detour away from the main line of questionings for Tim's three tips. Again, I have another Tim on my show. This is now the second Tim I've had, which makes it very difficult because obviously this is my baby, but there's another Tim in the room, so I'm going to let you take the reins a bit. So I would like you to give me, let's say, three key differences between someone that's an employee and someone that's a small business owner, day to day.
I would say the first one is the risk. So it's the amount of risk that you undertake by running your own business. So that and responsibility that covers such a broad ranging amount of topics, but ultimately you are responsible for literally everything, and that a little bit scary, but also means you've got a lot to do to make sure that everything's going well. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, as an employee, you're able to pass the buck on a little bit more, pass it to your manager, let somebody else deal with, I guess, the true problems, and in business, that buck unfortunately always lands at your feet. So that's one thing that I definitely, and I didn't even realize it as an employee that was nice. And I guess the third thing is, in terms of quality of life when you're an employee, clocking off and maybe not taking the calls at any time of the day or any time of the night and having to deal with them is nice. And within that, the holidays where you don't truly have to worry maybe as much as a small business owner would about what's going on, because it's not your problem. Unfortunately for me, when I'm sipping a margarita in Blackpool at the moment, probably, but maybe somewhere more exotic when coronavirus is lifted, it still does flick into your mind, and you really do have to work quite hard, I would say, at not thinking about it. And yeah, that's probably my three.
And do you think it's quite hard to switch off sometimes, and do you have to force yourself a little bit to get away from it occasionally? Because I imagine doing this 24/7 would be quite difficult.
Yeah, you do, and you get into some real bad, but look at it two different ways. The business would look at it as a good thing, but bad habits. The first thing I do when I wake up, literally, is look at my phone and look at the trackers on the vans to see if they're out, see if they're where they should be, see if everything's going right, to make sure no one's, and that's literally the first thing I do when I wake up. So when I'm on holiday, it takes me at least 3, 4, 5 days just to wind down and actually truly relax. I have to mute everything. I've not gone to moving the apps or anything away, but yeah, it's nice for me that, again, I've got those support networks that I can push it to when I'm away, but at the same time, yeah, you can't help but wonder, because the responsibility is yours, and it's my name written on the dotted line. So I'll be the one stood up in court if anything goes wrong, or whatever, those scary scenarios that sometimes you ask yourself if they'll ever happen or not.